Yes, I am ready.
Douglas motherfucking Brown.
Yo.
We are back at it for like the 10th time now.
Yeah,
We always going with them.
I love it. I feel like it gets better every time.
Every time.
Every time.
I was thinking about it today in the car. I was driving home from work and I was thinking about the podcast and I was like, man, the amount of like simulation theory, God, with like fucking. Remember we talked about megalodons. We talked about weird shit.
It used to get wild in the beginning.
Oh man, just an hour and a half of pure nonsense.
But I just took all of it. Like you were like putting me on to so many things at like.
I appreciate that.
But then like there was just so many ideas getting thrown around.
That's what it's all about.
Like I was just trying to take it in.
Bro, if you don't have someone to like shoot these ideas with, sometimes like your life gets a little boring.
Yeah.
Like what I like to do is I'm a big conspiracy guy and like thinking about shit, but like, bro, there's nothing I love more than sitting there and hearing a new idea and accepting it as reality without fully accepting it as the truth. You know what I mean? Like just playing around with the idea, like, oh, that could be real. I'm not gonna like if someone's like flat Earth, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's stupid, Mick. So why you think that type? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to hear about what you're thinking about with anybody.
Yes.
Anyone.
I love trying to hear people's perspectives.
Yeah.
Because I love, like, the idea, like, thinking about how other people think. It's like when seeing, like, how someone's acting. Like, especially because I work with kids now. It's like, the kids make so many little decisions. Or
but they're so crucial to them.
They act out or, like, whatever it is. Or, they, like... And it's just like you try to think like, well, like you break down why they might be doing that.
Yeah.
If it's like something where you try to like analyze it.
Do you like analyzing like the mind of like adolescents and like the development Dude, I got a book for you. You can bring home with you. Yeah. It's called The Road Less Traveled by M. Scott Peck. One of my top 2-3 favorite books I've ever read. And it's all about like he's a therapist, like and like it's just like through like his accounts and stuff. He's like talking about how like crucial it is to be like a good parent to a child and be a good role model, and it's just like mad interesting. Yeah, you can read it for sure. I've read it like it's a fucked up book. Like pages are kind of ripped. It's all I've read it like 8 times, dude. And it's just like I find it interesting too. Not just children's minds, any minds.
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because I want to know how far back our minds truly go. Like I'm sure if we looked it up, we could find the answer. But when did people start having ideas that weren't just about survival and shit? Like when was the first person thinking about, yo, I'm gonna build a house right now? You know what I mean? Like what is that about?
Like, like I see what you're like. People only had the size of this room right here, and it was a hut, and like it just like went up. There was like. There was the roof, that's it. And there's probably a fire in the middle. Yeah. And people sleep. But then, like, someone was like, no, like, I'm going to make one where it's, like, two you go up.
Yeah.
Like, there's, like, people live, up there, too.
People must have been like, what is this fucking guy smoking? People must have... Cause
like, that sounds like a lot of work. Yeah. And then they're like, well, we have all this, like, these materials now.
That's the thing. People don't always accept change right away. Because they'll be like, oh, that's stupid. If it's out of the ordinary, everyone knows people are going to be... The majority's going to be like, oh, that's a dumb idea. Why are you going to waste your time with that? But that guy was chilling with his stairs and shit. Just, lounging. And everyone else is like, all right, I see what he's talking about now.
Like, the Native Americans, like, they had their... like teepee houses.
Oh yeah, like with the fires in the middle. Yeah, like
And but like when they had like the meetings with like the entire tribe when the chief was there and everything. Yeah. Like they just had a teepee. It was just a really big teepee that fit everyone.
Crazy.
Like would they have ever like changed their style of house like ever? Because I guess it makes sense for their way of life.
I wonder if different Native American tribes throughout like the Americas, do they all build teepees and shit?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
They all probably like they do something.
Yeah, they had to live, so yeah, they did something. But it's just like
obviously, yeah.
Because they all built like pyramids, like not pyramids, like mini pyramids and shit, and like for the gods and shit. It's like who told them all to just build these? Like all, you know what I mean? They're living in North America, South America, the fucking South, in the middle where I'm a little cooked right now. But, you know, it's just, like, in the middle. Like, what's that? El Salvador, that place. Like, that area.
That's, like,
Central America. Thank you. And, I lost my train of thought. But,
that's where Elmer's from.
Shout out Elmer Melendez. I'm trying to get him on a podcast.
Has he ever been on?
Nah, he's been here for them though, but he's never partaken.
I would have thought he had been on at least one. Where there was like a group of like 4 people.
Yeah, there. It's never came up for some reason, which is shocking.
Oh, we gotta get him on.
Oh, well, I said right before we started, I said I got that text. So you know, like the first guy I did the podcast with, the guy from who did the ecstasy experiments with maps and stuff, the MDMA, psychotherapy. I text him every now and then. I've texted him like 2 or 3 times since that podcast, see how he's doing and stuff. Shout out Jay, you good dude. And I'm trying to get him back on. I haven't asked him yet, but that's what I was going to ask him if he'd like come back on, because that dude, I learned so much from that conversation, bro. Like, that's like the highlight of this podcast for me. Like, that was it. Like, that's when I was like, yo, like, this is crazy. And it was only like a 40-minute podcast, you know?
Because that's something that could be viewed by millions of people, and it's like breaking news information.
Yeah.
So, like, that's how big that felt. I don't know. It's just like, of course, like, people, I don't know, like, the way it is, like, people probably just, you know, it's only going to be seen by the viewers of the channel.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. If there was a way that to just like get it going, I feel like that thing could blow up because of how like crucial that information is in that video.
The information is very crucial. Yeah. Like, bro, people really think of ecstasy and MDMA and like psilocybin and all these things as just like drugs to do when you're a teenager, to, you know what I mean? Shit like that, just like party drugs. Bro, like, these drugs and these substances are literally changing people's lives.
It could save lives.
Save lives. Yeah. Rewire your brain, basically. Like, there's monumental breakthroughs with MAPS. Anyone not familiar with MAPS? It's the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies. It was founded by Rick Doblin, and I really encourage you guys to look into it. You can find Rick Doblin on the Joe Rogan podcast like 2 or 3 different times. Just a really down-to-earth dude whose mission is to just cure mental illness of specific kinds with psychedelics, and it's groundbreaking work. They work with the FDA, they work with governments. Like, this is groundbreaking shit, and it's like people don't talk about it that much that I hear, at least. Like, our friends, I've never heard our friends talk about it. No. And it's like, bro, like this is happening right now. Like, everyone's talking about weed being legal around the world, I mean around the country, but like, bro, weed's great being legal, but we're talking about substances that can act, if not as a replacement for marijuana, like an alternative for mental illness, and it's crazy.
Yeah, like, marijuana is good for a lot of things, but like, it's not necessarily gonna like take away the mental pain of people. Like, it cures like a lot of physical pain.
Oh yeah, great for pain,
but like
and
people
shit,
that are mentally
some people
scarred,
it's not good.
It's like
See, another thing about weed is, bro, people, like, it can cause psychosis in people who are susceptible to that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, weed, everyone experiments with weed, but some people, it just, like, it doesn't click with them, and it can really fuck them up, like, bad.
That's true. It's, you know, some people probably feel like weed cures everything, but
I used to think that.
Yeah. It does cure some things, but it's just, like, it can't do what, like, MDMA can't.
No. It can't reverse PTSD, basically, just from one sitting and having some assisted therapy. I got a love-hate relationship with weed. I love weed. I think it's a great substance. I'm very happy it's becoming legalized and shit. But, bro, it makes me so paranoid nowadays. Like, regular Delta 9 THC. Bro, I've been loving Delta 8 THC. I don't know if you know what that is.
I mean, I understand that it's like, you see, like, on the dispo, like, I don't know, it's like the facts on something that you would buy from the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it has, like, the Delta 9.
And then it says
the Delta
8. Yeah. But the 8's always a very low percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, so would it be flipped? Like, the 8 is, like...
So this is 83% Delta 8.
Okay.
It's a concentrate.
Okay.
It's
so
just a card.
It's literally just a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they isolate the Delta 8 and just kind of, yeah. Basically, it's the same cannabinoid, more or less. There's, like, one extra oxygen connection or something, or carbon, and, like, that's, like, why it's different. But, dude, like, I tried, like, the flower version of it, right? And that's mad weird, because they get CBD flower, right? And they, like, soak it in Delta 8 oil. Like, they don't just grow Delta 8 plants. So I didn't like that. Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's okay.
It's like, you know how moon rocks, you dip it in wax? Yeah. They kind of just dip it in Delta 8. So it's like, what the fuck? But for this, I bought a cart.
Kind of whack.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I would go the cart, right?
Bought a cart?
Yeah.
Fucking loved it. And I was taking like 3 or 4 hits a day, and I was getting a little high. Now I'm just smoking like a regular dab pen. Like, I go through a cart in like maybe a week and a half. Yeah. And I got some edibles from Boston Empire. And dude, shout out Boston Empire. They're local. Like, they're in Hanover. I'm about to go tomorrow, and I'm about to stock up on some more edibles and carts. They're a great place. And but yeah, dude, I'm loving this Delta 8 shit. And there's a lot of YouTube videos about Delta 8 and stuff, but like, I don't know. I just felt like a lot of people haven't heard of it either. And for those people who like just can't smoke regular weed, it might be a good alternative. Because I get no paranoia from this. I took 200 milligrams of an edible yesterday, and then I had, I was hitting the dab pen the whole time. This was during the McGregor fight. I was gone, but I was chilling the whole time. You know, not a single shred of anxiety. If I ate 5 milligrams of a Delta 9 edible right now, I'd be in the hospital. I'd be freaking out. It's crazy. And that's, you know, like I used to consume Delta 9 daily. Never had any issues. Yeah. Took a tolerance break, tried it again. Freak out every time. Mm-hmm. I don't get it, but
no, tolerance breaks do a lot because you come back and it's a whole new experience from what you left. So that's very interesting though that you like react so differently.
I can take like 2 hits, 3 hits.
That's so sick that nowadays like you can still enjoy weed and getting high even though it's like you do it just a slightly different way than like what you would be able to before, like say like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, no one even probably knew about Delta 8 10 years ago.
You would just be like, damn, like I guess I can't smoke weed anymore, but it's so sick that you can still do that. Yeah, just because now they be selling shit like that. And
they're trying to ban this shit some states though. That's the problem.
Why is that?
Because it's unregulated, and it's
the Delta 8.
Yeah, because there was a loophole in the 2018 Farm Bill which legalized hemp, like CBD and shit. So that's all legal nationwide, all 50 states. But it said you legally can't have CBD with higher than 0.03% THC Delta 9. And so what people did was they found the Delta 8, and they were like, oh, we can't have Delta 9? No problem. We'll just fill this with Delta 8 instead. So it's a loophole. Yeah, so the governments are kind of like, oh, you guys fucked us over. Like, you kind of scumbagged us. So some state, like Colorado was a weird one. They banned it outright. You can't like buy it in Colorado anymore. And it's like, why would Colorado do that? You know what I mean? That's a weird state.
That's so weird since they were like the first ones to
legit. I'm in Cali, and now it's still legal in Cali, I think, but it's fucked.
If Cali like says it's illegal, everything's gonna follow.
Yeah.
Because that's Cali. Yeah. Like.
See, I know I'm safe even if Massachusetts bans it because I know New Hampshire won't.
Yeah,
New Hampshire doesn't give a fuck.
They're always after Mass and everything.
That's where I get all my jewel pods at. Fucking New Hampshire. I used to go up like once a month and get a bunch, and bro, they still got menthol.
Where do you go in New Hampshire? Do you go Salem?
Wyndham, or it's right next to Wyndham. That's where my aunt lives. I can't think of the town next to it. Starts with a D maybe, but it's right next to like the border type shit. It's a good drive, and I'll be hitting that tomorrow too when I get my Delta 8. Got the day off of work, so I'm going on a little road trip.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love going on
a
little road trip.
Love it. Bro, speaking of road trips, this is going to be the cleanest transition ever, Doug. Guess what I did today?
Well, if we're speaking of road trips, did you drive somewhere?
Well, I drove, yes. Bro, I ordered something on Amazon.
As one does.
As one tends to do. $180 later.
Okay, I've been there.
Ghost hunting gear is on the way. I already told the podcast about the plan. If you haven't heard the last podcast, basically me and Doug, we're going to do a little paranormal investigator, make a YouTube channel out of it, and then after each investigation, we're going to have a little podcast and just recap what happened. And
I'm going to have to...
Yeah.
I dropped the bottle cap.
Oh, no
I'm going to shoot you a Venmo because...
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Dude,
no, you're not.
This is a joint thing.
No,
yes.
I understand that, but it was my idea.
Yes, but I knew that this was going to cost money.
No, that's not the issue.
Okay.
That's not why this conversation is happening. This is happening because of the fact that we're about to do this shit.
I know I'm so excited because I was ready to after this I was going to be like, yo, can we look at some shit on Amazon or something?
Yeah. Oh, it's coming. 2 weeks type shit.
And then now you just throw this out. I can't wait.
Doug, I can't wait. Here's the thing. A lot of paranormal groups, they'll edit their videos and they'll be like, oh, here's a word from our spot. Bro, I say we just go out, film for an hour and a half, 2 hours, uncut, post whatever the fuck if we find nothing, we find nothing. And we won't be like, yo, clickbait titles if we don't find nothing. But if people want to hear the history of some cool areas in New England...
I got an idea, too.
I'd love to hear it. This is an exclusive for the podcast right now. They're watching this form. It's beautiful.
I've been really trying to go to Gettysburg.
Oh, my God.
For a while. And I'm, really trying to do it this summer. So I would take some shit. I don't know if you can come, that would be sick. But that's a lot to ask. But I might just go myself too.
How far is Gettysburg? How long of a drive?
It's a good 6-hour drive.
I'm for it. That's all I'm saying.
I'd also go to Hershey Park, which is an hour away.
Fair enough. But as one tends to do.
It's just, I would stay at some haunted ass hotel.
Yes.
And just record that and or maybe go out into a battlefield.
Do some EVPs in a battlefield?
That would be...
Oh, man. Oh, man.
That'd be freaky. But I feel for the first places, we'll be, stay in New England.
Oh, yeah. But eventually, that's the thing, yeah.
That could be, some, special, Halloween special.
Yeah. I don't think we should reveal the name yet. We kind of came up with one when we were fishing. But I don't think we should reveal that till it's ready. Just keep it keep that a mystery for the folks. But I got an idea for you too. You're saying Gettysburg. I'm saying let's go to the real life Conjuring house. We can rent it for $70 a person. You can stay there overnight.
No way.
Doug, I'm not capping right now. You can pay
them.
No way
it's $70.
Doug, it's $60-something, $70 for a person.
And where is this?
Connecticut.
It's in Connecticut?
Yeah.
That's so close.
Have you seen the Conjuring, the first one? That house.
I thought we were about to have to go to Virginia or something.
No.
I was yeah.
It was down about
Connecticut? Yes.
Yeah,
I would fucking go to Connecticut.
Fuck yeah.
And I was 60-something.
We'll get into details after the podcast.
If you had to tell me to guess, I would have said $400.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
think I'm mad rooms.
Bro, I didn't even know you could rent it until I was on YouTube by accident. And it was spending the night in a real life Conjuring house. Oh. And I was like, yo, that's a good title. So I clicked on that shit. And it was a whack video because they edited it and everything. But imagine if me and you just went in that bitch. Didn't provoke nothing. Just simply observed. And we're like, hey, how's it going? We're here. We just want to see if you're here. See what happens. If nothing happens, we lost $70. But if not, we got a great video out of it. Great experience, too.
Yeah. Do you think it would be weird if, you're just chilling in your house and you think everything's normal, and then people, show up to your house, and then they're like, hey, I used to live here a few years ago. Is it cool if I, film a little bit for my YouTube, try to, like a ghost video? I'd be like...
Would that be weird?
I'd be like, why? We got
you'd have to. Yeah, if they weren't hip to the fact that the house was haunted, it would be a weird conversation. Yeah. But if they were like, "Oh yeah, we have a lot of," you'd have to start off and be like, "So I used to live here. Anything weird happen?"
I'm thinking about we could do that.
Oh,
my dad's old house.
The house you were talking about to me.
But wouldn't that be such a weird conversation?
A little bit. You know what it would be like? It would be like if we had 10,000 subscribers. If we had a base where we could be like, listen, people are gonna see this. You know what I mean? That's what like the goal is with this podcast. I want this podcast big enough so people can like see this shit.
If you got some credibility, like people are watching this shit.
People will watch like, you, That's another thing I've learned with the podcast too. If you just ask people shit, bro, like people like don't always say no.
That's true.
Like I had that guy with the PTSD from Maps. I just asked him. I had the guy running for state senate, Alexander Menes. I just asked him, and he was for it. So it's like you just ask people. Sometimes they say yeah, bro, like low key. I don't know.
No, it's true though.
Yeah,
it's true because like people are willing to do like anything that they're down. Like chances are, like these people might have never done a podcast before, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, I'd do a podcast." Yeah. So just boom, like.
And then they get a love for podcasts.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely, also.
Fucking yeah. I was just I was looking at some places today to potentially investigate. Obviously, my grandfather's to be open. Yeah. That person passed away there. Have we told the story of the podcast?
I mean,
with you, have I?
The first time I heard it was when we were fishing.
Okay.
So maybe you have.
Should I tell a story real quick? That might sound there. I'll give you a little sneak peek of what's to come. So my grandfather lives in the town close to where I am, and basically someone passed away on the residence. I'm not going to go into details that'll happen in the video, but I'm going to give a little like let people hear. And the guy passed away, and apparently there's a lot of supernatural happenings since his passing. So that would be a cool one to investigate. He's heard footsteps, doors opening, voices, stuff like that.
The footsteps going to the room and like the door closing.
Yeah. That's some weird shit. That's some really weird shit. Maybe when we go today, we fishing. Maybe he'll let us check out the fucking room. See what it's about. I get a little gist for it. But I'm excited for this, man. I'm real excited for this. I am
too.
I just think this is gonna be a cool thing. What I'm hoping happens is here's the goal for me. I don't know what your goal is. My goal out of this, I want to just have a place where people can be like, yeah, ghosts exist, here's the proof. And show one of our videos and have like a concrete piece of evidence. Obviously easier said than done. Yeah. But like, that's what I hope happens.
And we'll just do honest reviews, and I think people just aren't gonna really watch that shit and believe like we're just doing it because
just for the views.
Yeah. Like there's no way.
Yeah, no.
So if there actually is like some crazy shit that
people will be like, fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I made it a point to get a camera that has infrared on it so that we can record in the black and white, like you know what I mean, so we can like have it looking nice and fresh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I was like, we're gonna need that.
I feel like I want to like edit together like really good videos too.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to edit the investigation personally, but I want to edit an intro and an outro and be like, or like in between and be like, listen, what you're about to see is like this and this. Look at this area. Like if we could figure out how to do that, that'd be sick.
Just like throw up like a slide when like another video's about to go up because like you're just taking mad videos when we're in a place.
Yeah.
So it'd just be like, and then we like. Now we have moved to this location this time.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, and then we're just, you know what I mean?
That's
like
clean.
Just learning how to throw up like slides, probably mad easy.
Mad YouTubers do it. So many people do it. It can't be that hard.
Kids do this
legit.
So like, I have a new laptop now. So we're gonna.
Congrats on the new laptop, first of all.
Got it for Christmas or something.
I got this one for Christmas.
Had my old one for like 5 years or something. So, but. Yeah, that's honestly the outcome, the goal outcome, I should say. But we're gonna strive for that, and I can't wait for that. And I can't wait to just like be experienced and just like have like, I don't know, just see what's out there because like I'm interested. I want to know more, so that's why I'm doing this. It's not to just like become a YouTuber or something.
Not at all.
It's just like, or become anything.
Yeah. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
You know, like if we get a big audience, that's cool. That'd be ideal.
Yeah.
But if we only have 100 people, if we have 100 people consistently watching all of our videos, that would be nuts. You know what I mean? Just we do have to
even like
100
20.
views.
I would like, I'm doing like crazy.
That's how I feel with the podcast. I've been getting some views sometimes. It's crazy.
If we got like 50 likes. I would like drive to the craziest place that night.
Oh yeah.
Like, like perform a ritual and just like summon anything. I don't know.
Here's the good thing too, bro. If we do build our audience, we can have people contact us and be like, listen, we got this going on, or this place is haunted. I know there are a lot of people investigate. Our fans can probably help us out. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping comes out of it too.
I feel like it'll be like a place too where like people will watch that, and even in like if it's their own house, we'll be like, yo, I'd let you come into my house and like all this crazy like we'll be like, yeah.
The thing is, we gotta be respectful. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
And I feel like there's such like a.
Some people just sticks to spirits.
I know.
Like they're dead, but like
I don't want to like fuck with anything.
No.
I'm just trying to, learn.
Yeah.
See like what's really going on.
Yeah.
And like, say we like are communicating with something. Like, are we trying to like help this spirit, or are we just trying to like see what's going on? Like, ask.
Like help them move on to the other side type shit.
Like, will that be like?
That's a valid question.
That's a lot to like. That's thinking really ahead, as if like we could ever get to that point. But like,
here's the thing, bro. I believe personally. So what are you talking about? Kind of reminded me of like a psychic. Mm-hmm. Like, listen, I know you're here. Now it's okay to move on. That's what they do in like the ghost shows. Like a psychic's usually the one that does it. But I think everyone has a little bit of ability of psychic and like telekinesis and all that shit in their head, just a little bit. Maybe if they don't know it. I think we all have it. So I think if we're in that position where we know for a fact there's a spirit near us, and we feel it, like, listen, we should try to help that spirit move on, we could probably just shoot the shit and be like, listen, it's okay to move on, like, go to the light, you know, like, if you choose to, if you want to stay here, you're not harming nobody. But if it's like a fucking negative entity, I'm not telling that thing to do nothing. I'm gonna let that thing be.
Say, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck that.
But I feel like whatever it is could probably sense, like, the soul of, like, people there. Yeah. Like, in the way that, like, their intent.
Yeah.
So, but a negative, dark energy probably just doesn't even give a fuck what your intent is. It's probably just, like...
Sorry, I just blew that right in. I was trying to go that way. I don't even care. Jeez.
It actually makes it for a better effect. I was, like, on, like, a Zoom call last semester.
Yeah.
I was still at school, and, like, I told my roommate to, like, blow a bong rip across the camera. And, like, there's, like, 28 screens, like, all right here. And then, like, I thought it would just be, like, a little, like, puff. But it was, like, this whole cloud of smoke came.
Did you just see it?
Like, I think he might have. Because he was, like, I don't know. Gave a face or something at that moment. And I was just like, fuck, but...
Fuck, man.
No, that reminded me of that. But it's completely fine now because... You know, it was criminology too, and he was like an ex-cop, but he's a cool guy.
Did he get serious then?
No, he didn't.
That's good.
It seemed fine. Seemed okay.
That's good.
But, no, he was a cool dude. There was one moment in that class that was just like so hilarious when he was like, we were talking about guns or something, and he completely like forgot he was a college professor.
Yeah.
And then he was like, nah, like, when you shoot a guy, like, one isn't taking him down. It's like, you gotta hit him a few times. He's gonna try to get back. I know this shit. Like, it was something crazy like that. He's like, when a guy's running at you full speed, you gotta put a whole round in it. And it was like something crazy to take him down. And it was just like, and then he was like, whoa, okay, I'm gonna come back.
That's kind of like when like troops come back.
Some wild.
That's like when troops come back from overseas and they're like, oh, they have little flashbacks and you get a little flashback. Poor guy. Jesus, poor guy.
It was just.
Tough bit on his part. So in the fall, are you back to full like in person?
Yeah. Fucking Merrimack making me take a fucking needle in my arm to come back on campus.
Are they a private institution?
Bastards, yeah, they are. Yeah. They're Catholic. I don't know if that, you would think that like maybe they wouldn't do that, but yes, they will.
I've heard a lot of people talking shit about how they have to go back to school and they are forced to vaccines, and they're like, listen, I don't want to do it.
Shit.
Like the majority of people that I'm around who are like not even like huge like conspiracy guys are just like anti this vaccine.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's just
crazy.
Like, I just hate how I don't have the option.
It's fucked. It's fucked.
Because they're not doing remote anymore. After, like, next semester, there's no more, like, Zoom classes.
Yeah. For just you guys, or are they trying to do it nationwide?
Like, pretty much, just the
okay.
school. So it's like, if you don't get that vaccine, you're not on campus, and then, like, you can't go to school, basically. So it's just, like, you just don't have the option. It's just fucked. It's like, I should have the option to get this.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Dude.
I know, like, I technically do, but, like, I really don't.
It's either you don't get it or you don't.
Because I'm at school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they're putting young people in this position is fucking crazy, bro. Like, did you ever get COVID?
No.
No. Bro, everyone I've talked to beat that shit in a day or two.
Yeah.
Like they were sick for a day or two. Bro, if you're young and have any sort of immune system, you have a very good chance of being okay. Like I've said this so many times. My audience is probably like, shut the fuck up, Josh. But like every podcast I have is about COVID at some point now. It's crazy. What were you saying, sorry?
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah,
I honestly forget. But, yeah, I feel like, I don't know. There's nothing really much else to say about COVID. It's just like...
It's beating the dead horse at this point, yeah.
It's just like, whatever. And I'm been done with the vaccine, so it's like, whatever. I'm over that shit. What gets me annoyed, too, is like, old people. Like, it's not just old people in general.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a weird way to start.
There's been, like, I was at, one of Sophia's family parties, and then, like, someone else, and then there was, like, an older person who was like, so, like, have you gotten the vaccine? And then it's just like, yeah, and they were like, oh, good, thank you, like, and it's just like, because I had said no, it's just like, because I really didn't want to, but yeah, I had to get it, so it's like, yeah, and then it's like, they'll, like, thank me, like, I'm doing something. It's just like, I didn't get it for you to, like, make you happy, sir.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know.
I see where the person's coming from.
Yeah, I get it because it's like, they just feel like it's conversational, and they're just like... That's a good point. You know, I don't know. I just see it as just like, you're kind of invading on someone's privacy a little bit, just because it's like...
Yeah, no one really ever asked, like, oh, did you get the flu shot this year? You know what I mean? Like, no one's ever pressing you over
like, no one would say, like, so, did you take, like, this medication today?
Exactly.
Like,
that's against, like, HIPAA or something,
it's, like, kind of weird.
Yeah, like, there's some weird, like, thing where people can't ask you shit like that.
I just feel it's just, like, had I said no, it's just, like, you would think less of me because, like, you know, because I'm just meeting these people, too, so it's, like, I don't know. But it's whatever, though. At least I'm some good person to them, so that's fine with me.
Yeah, I still get a few weird looks when I go out without a mask on.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I feel like that happens in some places because, like, well, some people, like in the grocery store.
I was gonna say I was in Stop and Shop today, and yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I haven't noticed. But it's honestly like, if you're still like, if you're outside wearing a mask, like,
get out of here.
It's honestly mad funny at this point. It's
What's funny
like,
is
come on, that shit's over. Bro.
People be in the car by themselves with the windows up and a mask on. I love that.
Like,
that's my favorite.
It's just like at the like, whatever. If you were doing it like anything last year was like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Last year was last year. But
last year I was a little scared of the thing at one point.
But
I'm not
just
gonna
like,
cap.
we're at the point now where it's like, if you're still doing this stuff, it's like, just, okay, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
get it together.
Really?
This again?
But, you know, if you're inside wearing one, that's completely fine. You know, I don't have any problem. Like, no problem with that, because you can do what you want. Yeah. Like, if you want to wear a mask forever, like, fine. It's just like...
Some countries do that. China does that, right? Aren't they always wearing masks? Like, the majority of the public?
People. It's for sicknesses, like, and probably pollution, because it's so polluted. But, yeah. I think they do it for viruses, too, or sometimes.
Fucked, man. And they still won't tell us about the goddamn UFOs.
I thought shit was supposed to be released.
Shit was popping.
Wait, was that facts?
Well, yeah, because Trump signed an executive order before.
It's like however many days.
Yeah, it was kind of hush-hush, though. I didn't hear too much of it. I haven't really looked into it. I did originally, but, like, not really since then.
It had, if anything's been released.
Yeah, I haven't really seen it. I've been off my game though. I'm gonna be honest. I've been like ever since my Instagram account got taken down. I just haven't been in the loop as you know what I mean as much as I was.
Well, of course.
Cause bro, I don't like to say it.
I'd be interested to look into more of that.
Oh yeah, I hate to admit this, but when I was on the Instagram account, I was on Instagram 3 to 4 hours a day.
That's like, you know, I get it. So I don't even think that like I know that's of course that's a lot, but like you were running like a full-time Instagram account to where like you have to be putting in that amount of work or else like the people are just gonna get you know what I mean? The people want to seek like I don't know if you're putting out mad content, people don't like it when you stop.
Just stop all of a sudden, Yeah, I've had a few accounts where I've unfollowed because of that exact reason.
I understand like the pressure of like feeling like you need to keep up to, like just keep what you're going or else, to you know because you have people like expecting you to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was like 3-4 hours a day, 10-15 articles, which is.
But it was a mad good Instagram page though. So like it's not like it was just going towards nothing. Like there was a reason behind you being on Instagram so much. So I get that.
But you know what's crazy? I had no warnings, nothing. It was all smooth sailing. I was posting crazy shit. And then all of a sudden I started talking about Pizzagate. And like the pedophilia in Hollywood and the government. And these motherfuckers in Instagram was not happening. They was not having that.
Oh my god.
They were so mad. Like they banned me within like fucking 2 days of me posting something about it. And I said it on the post. I was like, listen, I might get banned for this. This might be the end of my account, but I'm going to post what I got to post to get the information out there. And I was going crazy, bro. I'm talking Oprah and Harvey Weinstein, Oprah and John of God, Tom Hanks and Sarah Ruth Ashcraft. Bro, if anyone's hip to Pizzagate, you know about all this shit, it's fucked. The Podesta brothers, Marina Abramovich. Bro, it's fucked.
It is fucked.
Whether it's real or not, it's a fucked up concept, which I believe is real.
You were talking about it when it was like unfolding.
Like 2016 type shit. Like in high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I was talking about Jeffrey Epstein in 2016 and people thought I was crazy. Who the fuck's Jeffrey Epstein? I felt like Alex Jones, dead ass.
Like, will this shit ever come out? That's the thing. Like, will people in like 15 years like learn about shit and it'll be like,
oops, went under the radar.
But it's like, I don't know. It's like, why is that such like, I don't know.
How I see it is, bro, the CIA already admits they gave drugs to fucking unwilling people. They've already admitted that they hijacked newspapers for propaganda. They've already admitted shit that's just so fucked up. So when I hear that the CIA might be running a honeypot operation with underage girls for high populations, high status celebrities, what I think is in 100, 150 years, if we're still a nation, there's going to be released documents that are exposed, and it's going to be like, oh yeah, we did run these child rings. You know what I mean? Because like, bro, if they like, I think the progressive, you know what I mean? It's just like, I feel like they're progressively getting more fucking senile by like the decade.
It's just something so horrible that it's like, if this ever came out, it would be like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. That's the thing.
It would be the biggest news to ever break.
Ever let this come out? Because it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, would the government, even if the government found out about it, like, can confirm it's true, like, people in the future, like, 100 years down the line, they're like, all right, like, we can just, like, everyone that lived during this time is dead. So, like, we could just release this. Who cares? But it's just, like, it's so fucking foul that it's like, let's just not and pretend this never happened. Because I hope it gets released one day. Just so people know how
nuts it really is.
Just like you can't never say never because like nothing's crazier than that.
That's one of the craziest conspiracies. When it gets a little crazier, I've heard people say there's aliens, like interdimensional aliens, that are kind of steering people to do these things to feed off our negativity and like all the negative actions and shit. Like psychic vampires type shit. And they're like reaching to us. I've heard shit like that. That's like why they're doing it. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. But like, again, I've thought about it a lot, and like I'll think about it.
Hey, like, hey, that's cool, but like.
Yeah. Like, celebrities raping children and killing them. That's one thing. Like, I can see that because the world's fucked. But aliens just telling them to do it, I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, dog. Have you ever heard of Marina Abramovich, for instance?
No.
Bro, she does shit called spirit cooking. This is the type of shit that gets you banned off the internet. Spirit cooking, bro, where they make mock humans out of, like, fucking edible humans and shit. And they'll cut it up and do rituals and eat it. Like they're eating flesh. And they'll do, like, satanic rituals. Will Ferrell, Lady Gaga, Ben Stiller. Like, those are some people who have been, like, caught doing it with them. She's friends with the Podesta brothers who ran Hillary Clinton's campaign for presidency. They're huge donors of the Democrat Party. They're very close with her. There's emails saying, like, are you guys coming over for the dinner tonight? Like, you and your brother. Like, mad emails got exposed during the WikiLeaks with Hillary Clinton. Mad emails. Not just about the campaign and the shit she was hiding. About fucking pedophilia and the government. And the government was not having that. So they made up a fake story type shit. That's why it's called Pizzagate, because they blamed it on a pizza shop. Basically, the government was like, all right, this shit came out. What we're going to do is make a diversion story. So they got to the pizza shop, Comet Ping Pong Pizza in D.C., where, like, celebrities were going, and there was, like, videos of them and shit. And there was some weird shit going on there anyways. Like, they were having, like, people talk, just weird shit. But, like, there was, like, the government, that's what I think. I think the government was like, yeah, we're just going to blame it on this, so it seems like a crazy conspiracy theory because it's actually happening. I don't know. I don't even know if that made sense. I took a while to get that out. I'm sorry.
No, that made sense.
Yeah. It's just, there's so many fucking players involved.
Yeah.
To, like, write it off as a crazy theory. Let's blame it on that. Yeah. But the fact is that these people do mock human sacrifices. Like, these people are in secret societies. Like, that's not a conspiracy anymore. That's a fact. Look at Bohemian Grove. Like, they do worship idols and shit. Hillary was caught talking to people about, like, sacrificing a chicken in the name of Moloch, who was like a deity, a demonic deity. Like, you know the image of the guy with the horns and shit? Like the goat, half man thing?
Oh, sure, yeah.
That's Moloch. And it's like an ancient Sumerian deity. Why the fuck are they talking about an ancient Sumerian deity? You know, it's just,
I don't know.
Weird. I'll tell you why. Their bloodline goes back all the way to Sumer. All these people, bro.
No way.
Yes, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, these bloodlines go back so long, bro. They've precisely breeded the same families over and over in the same fucking bloodlines to create a superior race. I'm not, like, and if you want me to get a little more crazy, like, I might sound a little crazy, I think there's a chance that some of them might be, like, not human type shit. Like, different like a different species. I don't know what. Royal family might be different species.
That's what it is in One Piece, like that anime. There's, like, there's people living in the world, but then there's also, like, this one place where there's, like, basically this race of, like, they look like people, but they're technically called, like, celestial dragons, and they're just, like, they're a royal family. Like, they're, like, everyone's royal blood there.
Yeah.
And they're, like, I don't know, they just live in their own place, but, like, they're still, they just look like humans, but they're, but they come from, I don't know, whatever. And that's, like, they're the world government, basically. That's where it's headquartered, at this royal place. But, so I understand completely what you're saying.
And I'm not trying to say, like it's the lizard people or something. You know what I mean? Like, not like that. I'm just saying there's a chance that they're, like, I think they're different. Some of these people are different species. Or this is another theory, they crossbred with an alien species, potentially.
Just to create a superior race.
Yeah. Is it that crazy? Because Hitler did it. Hitler was trying to make a superior race. He in a different way, you know what I mean?
It's not crazy.
But he was still trying to make us a superior race.
People were... This shit started thousands and thousands of years ago, so it's like, of course people were on some crazy shit back then. It could be anything, you know? But yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Anunnaki?
Oh, I think, like, you've told me about it before, because it rings a bell, but...
I don't believe in it, though. It's like, this guy Zachariah Hitchens proposed the idea that like we're a slave race who mines gold in order to like help fix an atmosphere of the Anunnaki's planet, and they're like, I don't know, it's just like I just wanted to say like that's not what I'm thinking of when I say this stuff either. Like I just want to like because I don't know what I'm really saying like precisely what I truly believe because I have a lot of ideas. That's the problem. But like I don't fuck with the Anunnaki story stuff. Like I don't know about all that.
All the gold we're just mining is like going towards something.
Yeah, like there's like he thought that I might be butchering this, but he thought there was like a plethora of gold on this planet and there was none on the Anunnaki's planet. So they came here and like made us like slaves and it's just weird.
Oh,
it's weird.
Okay. Like they just like made our brains hyper fixated on getting this gold or something. And then
maybe, yeah. I like I said, I don't really. I don't believe in the theory. I just wanted to say like, I didn't believe in it more than why I believed in it.
I think that like, did you get this battery off Amazon, by the way?
No, I got this at Three Amigos.
Oh, that's such a sick battery.
Thank you. Would you like to hit it?
I will.
Feel free. It's that button on the side.
This button right here.
Yes, sirski.
Wow.
And it's a Rick. For anyone who's not seen it, it's a Rick and Morty dab pen. It's pretty nice.
Did you watch the episode last night?
Oh, did I ever?
Because I didn't finish it, but I saw like half of it.
What did you get up to?
Right where like Morty had like, they're like father, and then he's like, Rick's like, did you have sex with this machine? It's like or something.
Oh yeah.
He's like, how was it, Morty? He's like, fantastic.
Yeah. Fantastic.
That's pretty much like all I remember.
Okay. Yeah, it was a good episode. I thought the episode where spoiler alert, the episode where fucking the superhero comes around and Morty falls in love with her. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I think that was one of the best Rick and Morty episodes ever made.
I totally agree with you.
The story was crazy in that episode.
Mad sad.
So, dude, I felt so bad for Morty, dude. Like, genuinely. I was like, yo, my guy.
I watched that with Sophia. I was like, come on, like, there's a new Rick and Morty episode. Just not even knowing what it was about. We watched that. And, like, she loved it so much. Because, like, it was an unbelievable episode.
It was great.
She loved it so much. She's like, I'm trying to watch every Rick and Morty episode now.
No way.
Like, I'm just like...
I'm glad it's not just me.
I'm just, like, happy that was, like, one she's, like, got back into. Because, like... It's just like, I know. But now she's going to be expecting some, like, amazing shit like that. And that's not how every episode is. Because episode 2 was very different than episode 3.
I wasn't a fan of the clone episode.
I was annoyed at it for the first, like, 5 to 10 minutes. And then, like, it grew on me in the end.
Yeah.
Nah, I was like, I know, actually, like, because I was just like, this is, like, making me, like, what? Like...
Yeah.
I guess
there was a lot of dying.
That's what it's supposed to do, yeah.
I feel like that was kind of a filler episode, if anything.
A little bit. They just like had some like weird idea and just ran with it.
Yeah.
But I thought it was okay at the end. But the third one was just like, do you remember her name? That woman. Maybe it has something to do with
Star or something.
I completely forgot.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But she was mad nice.
He's like, I'm going to the nearest forest fire or something.
Yeah. Oh, Morty, what are you doing here? Just get in this cat.
He's like, oh.
Dude, that show's too good.
Oh, this little guy? Oh my god. She's like the coal miners. He fucking kills them.
Murks them,
oh my god.
That's when Morty was like, shit. And I felt that when Morty was hurting because of that.
Yeah.
Like, he was split. I was like, dude, I'm kind of touched right now. Like, I don't know what to feel. And then she sends him, like, the flower bouquet and shit. And I was like, oh, man.
I thought she was about to go crazy when he killed the 4...
like some Brightburn type shit.
Like her... What are they? Her kid? No, they're her parents or her kids.
Bro, her kids.
The 4... Yeah, her kids.
Killed all of the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Went crazy.
Yeah.
Another great storyline. Because remember he went crazy during when they were on that planet with the Purge?
That, yeah.
That was a little glimpse of how crazy
he
can get.
I love that episode.
Yeah. That's a good episode.
And Morty's like that girl
yeah,
too.
She betrays them and shit.
That's a great episode because like you see Morty changing as it's like I don't know. That's like not season 1. That's like some season 3.
That's
shit.
2 or 3. Yeah. I wouldn't mind an interdimensional cable episode. Let me tell you.
I'm in need of one, pretty much. Yeah.
Actually, I need at least one a season.
You know they're gonna put out another one.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go to like a hospital or something. Something's gonna happen.
Oh my god, that one was so funny.
Yeah.
It's like,
we need your balls.
Where did he come from?
Yeah.
No, it's like, how did I get here? How did he get here? And it's like, the guy at the water fountain. And the water's still going.
That's hilarious.
I love that one. Even though the first one's, I feel like it's better.
What's the first one with it?
It's like fake doors.
Oh, yeah. And then is that the one where he leaves the set and then comes back with this? Yes. Yeah, that's mad funny.
Oh, I love that.
That's mad funny.
Rick and Morty's so good. There's really nothing like it.
There's not. Like, I was talking to Jeffrey at a PlayStation party before you came over, and he's like, yeah, it's like Family Guy. I'm like, but it's not. Family Guy has mad misses for me.
Yeah.
Like, they've missed a lot of times.
In newer seasons for me, too.
And I hate Seth MacFarlane, I'm just saying. And Seth Green. Pedophiles. I didn't say that. Don't ban me, YouTube. Don't ban me. That gets you banned and shit, but I had to say it. Shout out Isaac Cappy, R.I.P.
Dude, you were talking about Isaac Cappy, like what he was saying when he was still alive. I feel like, like you were like, this dude's saying he's gonna get killed, and then he did.
And he died. Then he jumped off a bridge,
off a highway or something, like
crazy
onto a highway.
Yeah, onto a highway.
Okay,
yeah, got hit by a truck.
Okay.
Just crazy, bro. Crazy. This man said, "I'm gonna die. They're gonna kill me."
He said, "I'm not suicidal."
Yes, he said, "I'm not suicidal, but they're gonna kill me."
Yep.
And he fucking died. It reminds me of Ted Gunderson. You ever heard of Ted Gunderson?
No.
He was an FBI director in like Cali, maybe. Greg, a hardcore cop, like by the book. Then he started talking about 9/11 and how it was sketchy. Then he started talking about how they're smuggling humans into sex trafficking rings.
That'll
and then he died.
That'll get you murked.
I'm not sure if he killed himself. I forget how he died, but he died. I might have been old age, but he was talking some crazy shit. Like, he was saying, like, the JFK assassination, 9/11, they were both cover-ups by the U.S. government and shit. Like, and this guy worked for the fucking... He was a director at the FBI. And he was spewing this shit. I don't know.
He killed himself, apparently?
Let me look how he died. Let me look that up, because that's a good question. I don't really like using my phone
if it says he killed himself, I don't buy it.
Let's see.
I just don't buy it.
How did Ted Gunderson die?
I just don't believe it.
Hold on a second.
It's a Fly Nautica shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you, sir. He died of bladder cancer, okay. Okay, that's a lot different than being suicidal. That's a lot different.
Nah, he ain't killed himself.
Either way, R.I.P. He was exposed to crazy shit.
R.I.P.
I just like listening to people who be exposed and shit. Like, I've been hip to Alex Jones, but Alex Jones has a lot of misses.
Yeah.
Like,
no, true.
Like, a lot of misses. Like
but
too
not
much.
but
he's a lot.
It's unfortunate because there's things that aren't misses, but it's Alex Jones, so people will be like, just fucking Alex Jones.
Yeah.
But, because he has some big misses.
Yeah, he does. Like,
but he's also said some real shit.
Probably the biggest miss of all time.
He said some real shit.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he was talking about how they fucking harvest aborted babies' organs. And I was like, that's not true. And then they pulled it up. And they're like, Planned Parenthood caught harvesting organs. What? Like, I'm sorry, are we just fucking harvesting aborted babies now? Is that what's happening? Because clearly it is. This dude was talking about second trimester abortions in Alabama, and it was true. Like, what's going on? Like, the guy's had some crazy shit turned out to be true. Some crazy shit. Feel free to grab more waters, too. I have a whole fucking case right there. But, Alex Jones was, like, the first guy I started listening to when I got into conspiracy, so he has a soft spot in my heart. But, like, I don't listen to him every day anymore like I used to. Once I found out QAnon was a fucking psyop, I was really kind of done with Alex Jones because, like, he was so on board with Q and shit. And then when Q turned out to be a psyop, like, I was like, I got fooled too. But, like, it's whatever. You're good. I'm tired myself. I've been up since 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yeah, I've been waking up at 4 for work.
What time do you go to bed then?
11:30.
Okay, that's very respectable.
Yeah, I have to, Sometimes 12. Like last night, I watched Rick and Morty, so I went to bed at 12. But like...
That's me too, except I get up at like 7:15. Yeah. So it's like... Yeah. I don't know. I feel like... I don't know. When people are like, I need 8 hours, it's like, do you really though? Or
I don't think you do. You need 6.
I don't know. Just because like...
You need 6 good hours.
I feel like... I don't know. I can sleep, I don't know, any 6 hours every night and probably be fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, you really don't need 8 hours.
With me,
you
bro,
probably feel different.
If I sleep like 8 to 9 hours, I wake up tired.
I do too.
If I sleep 5 to 6, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like consistently fine.
Yeah.
It's mad weird.
Yeah.
So that 8-hour thing literally might be a myth. I don't know. Maybe not for me. It doesn't work at least.
No, I've had the same experience too. So I don't know what it is.
You know what I bet it is? I bet it's because we're fucking evolving so rapidly. I bet you we used to need 8 hours and now we don't. Because of caffeine, because of sugar. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because of all the shit we use every day. I bet you we're speeding up our evolution for that regard. Like, in that regard.
Yeah. Also, is it bad to, like, eat a lot and then go to bed right after?
I think it's bad for your digestion. Like, I think it...
I do that a lot. You need to wait for it to digest.
Yeah. But a lot of countries do that. Don't countries have, like, Italy have dinner at, like, fucking 10 at night or something?
Yeah, they do. No, yeah.
So, and they're all thin and shit. So, yeah.
Spain does that shit.
Yeah. So, I don't know. There's a lot of things that are said that I don't know if they're really true.
But then they also take naps during the day.
Like power naps or actual
So maybe they go to bed mad late. It's power naps.
Okay.
Well, they take the hour long.
Okay, that'll do it. I don't know if it was like a 20, you get like a 20 minute or...
You get like an hour nap, I think.
Every day?
Hour and 20. Yeah, every day.
Crazy. What time do they wake up? Like normally. Obviously everyone's different.
Probably like 6 or so.
Oh, okay.
Say they wake up at like 6 or 7.
And then a nice nap will definitely do that for you.
Like I know like the kids in school, like you probably go to school for like 4 hours until noon. You probably get to go home, come back at like 2.
Wait, seriously?
Or something, yeah.
You go home just to nap?
Just to have lunch and take a break.
Okay.
Whether you want to nap or do whatever.
I think American schools should pick that up more. That's a good idea.
And then you come back, but you're at school till like say 6 at night. Like maybe 5 o'clock.
I don't like that. Yeah. But like I'm all for shorter school days type shit. Nah, school's important, but I don't know if I want to have my kids go to 6 o'clock. Because you're wasting a whole day. Like if you got to school at 2:30, you got some time.
It's an entire day. But like during that time, you go to your gym class is at like the nearest like field track and field. Like so it would be at like Cavi.
Okay.
For Atlantic and like.
So you're always on the move and shit.
Yeah, like you have probably an hour to an hour and a half outside.
That makes sense.
That's also not the break, like for the 2 hours in between. But then then you're done at like 5 or 6 at night, and then.
So what if you got after school sports and shit?
There's really nothing.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So.
You might have something, but usually. I think it just like. I don't really know.
This might sound stupid.
They probably make accommodations during the day if you're really good at something. Because there's only a few things to be good at.
I was gonna say, how do people go professional in soccer?
So like, I feel like.
Are we talking to the mic? Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No,
you're good. You're good. I just sorry.
So like, if you're probably really good at soccer, I think like you play for you always are playing for your team, which might be they just always have games on weekends or something. I don't know. But if you're really good, like, and you're well known for it, I bet they let you like leave school early, like 2 hours early, 3 hours to go and train or something. Because like if you're nice at soccer, like you're given so much respect, I feel like. Because it's like, other than that, there's nothing. Like,
yeah, America has
they only care about soccer.
We got like 4 or 5 big sports that people really care about here.
Like, other than that, like, you could be good at like a number. Yeah, let's compare. Like, so like you could be good at like 5 sports here, really good, and probably like get to, if you're a prodigy.
Yeah.
Like you get to probably, there's a lot of perks. Which is cool. But yeah, they only care about soccer, pretty much. I don't know what else. They do like rugby when I was in like France. Yeah. Huh. I kept touching the ball, and it was like all like when you aren't supposed to touch the ball, like they'll like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the rules of rugby.
It's like, oh no, the other team has to grab it first, and then it's like, but why? It's like, don't we just like pick up the ball or something?
Yeah, legit.
But no, and I also like I was tracking down a kid and hit him like this.
Yeah,
and
like your shoulder on him.
Yeah, and then brought him down, but then they're like, no, you have to wrap up. So I'm like, but like, why though? Like, why do I have to wrap up?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of lame. I'm trying to like hit stick someone or something.
It's a lot of weird. What's that sport? Cricket.
I've never played.
Mad
I'd love to try cricket.
Shit looks mad confusing.
So weird.
It looks like like what you're saying. Rugby's like a weird version of football. That's like a weird version of baseball, and it doesn't make sense to me.
It's mad funny to watch it though.
Oh yeah, they look
like they do. Like they go like dink, and then like some guy like catches it with his hand.
And then like starts running toward the other way.
And then the fans are like.
Yeah, legit. Oh, how nice. Yeah, I'm rich. Fucking.
And it's like, okay. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but sure. They're big with cricket in India.
Oh, yeah.
India's big.
That's
Australia.
You ever seen that baseball movie about the kid from India who gets found
I know what you're talking about, although I have not seen all of that movie.
Yeah, it's good for
There's two of those dudes.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Classic.
They bring two of them
Oh,
over.
yeah, one pitches.
Yeah.
What is it, $1,000 million arm or something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's with the dude from Mad Men. His name's like John Hamm. If you know, like.
I can see the actor's face. Yeah, I can see his face.
That's like the white dude actor that recruits them.
You know what you never see? You never see any fishing movie. Oh yeah, you do. You see Jaws and shit. That's not like a fishing movie.
No, that's not a fishing movie.
Yeah, you never see some movie of a guy fishing though. You know.
Well, what would happen in the movie of the guy fishing?
It's a good valid question. Let's make a story real quick.
So we could make it about, a boy or something that, like, just has a love for fishing and grows up.
Yeah.
Or it's just starts as a guy that just likes to fish, and then. I don't know.
The thing with the fishing movie, I feel like the fishing would have to be like a contributing factor to his life. It'd have to be like a movie about a guy who just happens to like fishing. You know what I mean? I feel like you couldn't just revolve a whole movie around fishing.
Well, let's say it's some older dude, and he likes to get out of the house, and the only way he's doing it is he likes to go fishing with his dog or some shit.
That's how I'm finna be one day.
And then. This is a Twilight Zone episode, but like.
Oh, great show.
Say, the dog jumps in to the water to grab, sees something in the water, so the dog's like, oh, I'm gonna go get that shit in the water, and the dog goes in and he's like, drowning. The dog starts drowning, and then the dude jumps in to save the dog. The dude drowns, and then they wake up, and then he's like, in the episode he doesn't even realize he's dead. He just wakes up on the riverbank with his dog, but they're dead. So then he goes home and sees his house, and there's people digging graves outside of it. He's trying to talk to his wife. His wife won't respond. So then he realizes he's dead. He's like, fuck. So he starts walking down the road, and then he comes to the first there's this gate, and there's a gatekeeper, and then it's and there's looks like a nice door to walk into, and then he's like, who are you? He's like, I'm St. Patrick, the gatekeeper, whatever. He's like, I don't know. And then he's like, this is the gate to heaven. And then he's like,
fuck.
He's like, okay, I guess this is where I head. So then he's like, oh yeah, you're this guy. Okay, come right in. And then he's like, okay, let's go. And then he calls his dog, the guy, and he's like, oh no, sir. No dogs allowed in heaven. You can't bring that dog. And he's like, well, if you don't let dogs into heaven, I ain't going to heaven. So then he's like, please, sir, you're making this decision over a dog. He's like, just leave him. Yeah. And he's like, no, I'm not leaving my dog. So then he keeps going down. He's like, I'm going to keep walking down the road. And the dude's like, you're making a mistake. That's the way towards hell or something. And he's like, I don't care. So he keeps walking. And then after a few minutes, he sees an angel on the road. And then they're like, oh, where are you guys headed? He's like, guess I'm going this way to hell or something. And he's like, no, that's the way to heaven. He's like, you're actually coming from hell.
So like hell was reality, like Earth?
Hell was, the dude was who said he was the gatekeeper for heaven. That was the gate to hell.
Wow.
And he was trying to trick the dude. And he's like, and he gets to the gate, the real gate to heaven, and it looks way nicer. It looks like the wizard. It looks like the city of Oz and the Wizard of Oz. And he's like, can I bring my dog? And he's like, of course dogs are allowed in heaven. He's like, bring your dog. And then he brings his dog, and they go to heaven. What an episode!
What an episode! Holy shit! I feel like I just watched it. You did a great job explaining that episode. That was fucking. That sounds crazy.
Love the Twilight Zone.
Great show.
And his dog's name is Rip. So he's like, "Come on now, Rip." And then in the episode, he's hunting though, and he likes going coon hunting. And he's like, "Come on now, Rip." And he's mad funny with his wife. He's like, it's some like 1900s ass dude. And he lives in the middle of nowhere. It's classic. And then comes home, sees his wife. He's like, "Hey, Betsy," and she ain't saying nothing. He's just like, that's when it hits him. He's like, "What's going on?" It's like, "You're dead, sir. You drowned in a pond trying to save your dog, who also drowned." It's like, what went wrong, sir?
Shit. I think it's a good note to leave off on right there. I mean, I don't know if we can reach anything better than that story. Yeah. That was crazy.
Thank you.
I say we go do some fishing and hope we don't drown ourselves. So
I'm down.
Before we go,
I think we should. I don't know. What should we use for bait? I'm trying to use some live bait.
Where can we get that right now? That's the thing.
I think I can get some worms from my house. I'm gonna try. Okay. I'm gonna try.
Like out of the ground?
Yes. Out of the ground.
I gotta see this. Thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned for the upcoming podcast and also for the paranormal channel that I'll be linking in the description of future videos if you're into that stuff. Doug, it's always an honor to have you. You're one of my favorite, if not the favorite guests coming on because we always have crazy combos. I love doing this.
I'm so pumped for what's to come. So just stay tuned.
Please stay tuned. And thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get a little sensitive real quick. If you're having a bad day, you're having a good day, whatever you're doing, I want you to look in the mirror and say, you know what, I love you, you're a good person, I care about you. Even if you're saying that stuff about yourself, that's where it all starts. One love, everybody.